They don't want to do it from the front, they want to do it from the rear.
And Jason Bright knows just how that feels after claiming a record third Clipsal 500 for the rampaging Red Barons. 3 weeks ago, Brighty's inspired charge from back to front maintained HRT's domination of the Adelaide streets. But Ford's frontmen served notice the blue oval means business. Craig Lowndes' stunning win in race 1 showed old Henry has some heavy artillery and he's not afraid to pull the trigger.
Oh, no. Scaife and Lowndes have come together on lap 60 of 78.
After 500 kilometres of mishmash and crash and bash, the scene is set for another thrilling confrontation as we welcome you to Sydney's Eastern Creek Raceway, round 3 of the 2001 Shell Championship Series, exclusive to V8 Supercar Super Television. Network 10.
For the last 2 years, Mark Scaife and the Holden Racing team have dominated the field at this track, and in 5 of the last 7 outings here, Holden have taken victory. This weekend, the battle resumes. Welcome to the western outskirts of Sydney and to Eastern Creek International Raceway for round 3 of the Shell Championship Series. Well, in this paddock, it's notorious for politics and gossip, and there's been a lot of discussion in the last couple of weeks since the Clipsal 500 about the extraordinary number of the on-track incidents down there. Let's have a look at some of them. There were about 7 or 8 of them, very big ones, plenty of them. Now, we're not here to judge the individual incidents, but these types of situations can certainly change the course of a championship, and unchecked, these kinds of problems can turn into a real drama with drivers making their own justice decisions. Now, how many of these things were punished? Well, virtually none. Only Jason Bargwanna was given a stop-go penalty. In the view of many people, it was black and white, not a case of grey. And on top of this, there were start line infringements, pit lane violations, people dawdling at restarts, and it was all virtually unpunished. Barry Sheen joins us once again. Quite extraordinary. I've never seen the drivers or the team managers so up in arms about officialdom.
Well, you have to say the officials are consistently inconsistent. You know, as an example, there was supposed to be a stop-go penalty for any of the drivers or the teams who let bits like wheel nuts or wheels go into the pit lane. Well, at least 2 teams, to my knowledge, let stuff go into the pit lane. They got fined, I don't know how much, 2,000. Well, it's immaterial.
They basically got flogged with a feather.
Exactly that. I mean, really, the reality is, it's quite simple. This is the rule book. It's black and white. It's even I can read it, and they don't read it. They don't listen to it. And basically, what they were doing, they're saying, well, okay, you can cure it by just paying a cheque. And to the big teams to pay $2,000, it's like you or I paying $5.
And what the drivers and the team managers were calling for last night at the drivers' briefing was rule enforcement. All they want is rule enforcement. Sometimes the umpire is going to come down against them, and you wouldn't want to be an umpire in this game. It's a rotten job.
Well, you really wouldn't. But you see now, say for example today, if somebody's holding, say, Bargwanna up or whatever it is, Bargwanna can just punt whoever it is up the backside, knock them off. And if Ham's trying to do anything, say, well, hang on a second, Radicic got away with it last week, so it should be fun.
Plenty more discussion, but back to the business at hand. Yesterday, the top 10 shootout was fantastic. Here's how they'll line up. And Marcus Ambrose took pole position. What a great time, 1:30.8. Craig Lowndes so close behind it. In fact, it was all Ford in the top 4. Stevie Richards and Glenn Seaton for FTR. Greg Murphy, the first of the Holdens. John Bauer with a new car. Then Todd Kelly, Jason Bright, Jason Bargwanna and Mark Scaife making a very unusual mistake in the shootout to be back there in 10th place. But it was all Marcus Ambrose. A great performance for his first Shell Championship Series pole.
Well, pole position at the Australian Grand Prix support race is one thing, but your first pole position in the Shell Championship Series is quite another. Marcus Ambrose, you've done it in only 3 races. What an incredible achievement.
Yeah, it's great. I dedicate this to the team, really. You know, they've taught me a lot as I've come along, and we're working all the time to improve the car, and they just tell me, listen, Marcus, this is what you've got to do. Just try and do it, you know. So, yeah, this is a team effort, and yeah, I'm just grateful I'm with these guys and with Pertec, you know, just having fun.
That was an amazing moment yesterday afternoon when you got pole position. The team just must have been so rapt.
Yeah, even I couldn't believe the time when it came up on the screen. You know, I thought, wow, that was a bit fast. You know, it was one of those laps that it was either going to work or it was going to end in tears. And, you know, today it worked for us, so we had to try that again.
Now tell me, qualifying's one thing, but can you beat the Holdens here today? It's a tough ask.
Yeah, I'm still learning on the race form. Yeah, we have to do the pit stops, get in and out of the pits. You know, the boys had to do a good job on the time for the tyres. So I think we can, but we just got to put it all together.
Wish you all the best today.
Thanks.
And remember, the format has changed this year. Today we're going to see two 26-lap races with a compulsory pit stop, but let's have a closer look at the track. And we've got a 3.93 kilometre circuit here at Eastern Creek. It's situated 40 kilometres to the west of Sydney, out near Australia's Wonderland. It's a beautiful facility. There's an enormous crowd on hand today. 12 turns, unbelievably tough on tyres. Mark Scaife has pole position record here. He's also got the lap record. He's going to be a tough man to beat if he can get through this field. But let's have an even closer look at the track now with Greg Murphy with the Kmart Inside Line.